Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Word, weekly passwords to the riddles of our lives. I'm Amichai Lavi at a friend's attic, asking you and me and us the question: how can we do a better job at handling our emotions, our raw emotions? How can we express ourselves and not bottle up, especially the hard stuff that we find difficult to share? Wherever you are on this day, maybe you are or not handling Christmas or this long pandemic on this eve of Shabbat, I want to share with you a story that's important to me, maybe to us, to how we do a better job handling our emotions. Ever had a breakdown recently? A big sob, a big cry. That was really helpful. I love those. But sometimes those are healthy and sometimes are not. Here's the story. Joseph, remember him? That's this boy who was sold to be a slave and who was betrayed by his brothers, and he became the big deal of Egypt and is in charge of food for everybody. His brothers have been groveling at his feet, not knowing that it's him for food, and now comes the moment. After months and months and chapters and years perhaps of this hiding game, he can't do it anymore. V'lo yachol Yosef litapek. Joseph cannot control himself. Chapter 45, verse 1 and 2, and he starts crying, and he comes out. Finally, I know what it's like to come out after a long time of hiding, but this is different. Maybe he comes out and cries and says, "I'm Joseph," and all of Egypt hears the weeps. And he weeps and weeps and weeps, and his brothers are too stunned to speak. He cries so much, he keeps on crying as he kisses and hugs every single brother. He cries later when he finally meets his father. By the way, he's the only one who keeps crying and crying and crying. So it's good, right? Because I was told men don't cry. So Joseph's crying. But there's something about his crying that's, I don't want to use the word hysterical, but it's excessive. And yes, he's finally come out, and he's going to make a reunion happen and a family come together, and he's going to save them all, and none will die, and we're here now. And I want to remind us today to trickle our tears, to open ourselves a little more often. He was hiding for so long in a fake personality that by the time he cries, all of Egypt hears his cries. And that's good. And what if we were doing a better job with the people we love and who hurt us and who we hurt, to find ways of expressing our truth sooner, so that it's not a huge meltdown, but a trickle of healthy emotions. Vayivke Yosef, Vayivk Yosef. He cries and cries and cries all through this week's parasha, Vayigash, which is about a family reunion. The season is for that, and it's also a reminder how we can maybe do a better job in being brave and honest, and when it's right, share our truth, our hurt, our hopes, our emotions, our feelings, and find the best balance between too much and too little. Today, other than being Christmas Day, is also Asara B'Tevet, the 10th of Tevet. It is a fast day. Goes back thousands of years, but designated since the 1950s as the memorial day for those who lost loved ones during the Holocaust, for whom there's no death, date, or place. That includes my grandmother, Chaya Helena Lau, who died at some point in 1945 in a camp. So we've always lit a candle on this day for her and saying Kaddish for her. And I remember one day I came back from school. I was a kid and I was weeping because of it. And an older sibling said to me, "Don't cry. We don't cry. Hold it in." To the sibling I say today, and to also, oh, please cry. Find the way to trickle so that it's not a huge flood. But let us be healthy with our emotions. Let us honor what is worthy of honoring. Tell our truth as we can. Share our love with each other, including the painful ones, so we can be part of the healing and not part of the hurting. And to Joseph's tears, we say thank you. And to you, we say Shabbat Shalom. Merry Christmas if you're celebrating. Healthy, happy, hopeful healing to us all. Thank you for joining me for Word, weekly passwords to the riddles of our lives, dismantling patriarchy, one word at a time. See you next week. And a happy everything.